She knows that good decisions depend on having the best information. And she knows that the cost of bad information is measured in lives lost.
Ms. Gabbard has also been publicly outspoken in her praise and defense of Edward Snowden, someone who betrayed the trust and jeopardized the security of our nation. The vast majority of the information he stole and leaked before I would mind you, he ran off to hightail in both China and Russia.
Tulsi Gabbard moved a step closer to being the next director of national intelligence Monday after the U.S. Senate advanced a nomination to a final vote planned for later this week. The Senate could hold its final vote on confirming Gabbard as soon as Wednesday following Monday's 52-46 procedural vote to end debate on her nomination, which fell along party lines. A former Democratic congresswoman, Gabbard is one of President Donald Trump's most contentious nominees, given her past comments sympathetic to Edward Snowden and Russia and a meeting with Syria's now-deposed leader.
Those who oppose my nomination imply that I am loyal to something or someone other than God, my own conscience, and the Constitution of the United States, accusing me of being Trump's puppet, Putin's puppet, Assad's puppet, a guru's puppet, Modi's puppet, not recognizing the absurdity of simultaneously being the puppet of 5 different puppet masters. The fact is, what truly unsettles my political opponents is I refuse to be their puppet.
Created following the September 11, 2001 attacks, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence oversees and coordinates the work of 18 intelligence agencies. With strong Democratic opposition and only a thin Republican majority, almost all GOP senators will need to vote yes for her to win confirmation. Gabbard's chances greatly improved last week after some Republican lawmakers who had expressed concerns about her affirmed their support in the face of a pressure campaign mounted by Trump allies, including Elon Musk.
Madam President, as both a military officer and policymaker, Ms. Gabbard has been a consumer of intelligence. She knows that good decisions depend on having the best information. And she knows that the cost of bad information is measured in lives lost. Madam President, in recent years, there have been some significant intelligence failures. And these failures aren't confined to one agency or one part of the world. The intelligence community needs to refocus on its core mission, collecting intelligence and providing unbiased analysis of that information. That's what Tulsi Gabbard is committed to ensuring if she is confirmed to be DNI. And I believe she has the knowledge and leadership capabilities to get it done. I was also very pleased to hear Ms. Gabbard say at her hearing that Section 702 is, and I quote, essential for our national security, end quote. This foreign intelligence collection program is a key tool used to identify threats to Americans at home and abroad, and I was glad to hear Ms. Gabbard acknowledge its importance. I was also pleased that Ms. Gabbard intends to prosecute leakers to the full extent of the law. In a day and age when anything and everything ends up on the internet, it is essential that we have zero tolerance for those who deliberately compromise classified information, and we must safeguard our sensitive sources and intelligence collection methods.
We need leaders in the intelligence community and throughout government who are prepared to stand up to those short-sighted attempts to attack our workforce at the expense of our national security. Unfortunately, I don't believe Ms. Gabbard is such a leader, nor is she well suited by dint of experience or judgment to serve as Director of National Intelligence. The DNI is a position of great importance and significance to our national security. Ms. Gabbard has also been publicly outspoken in her praise and defense of Edward Snowden, someone who betrayed the trust and jeopardized the security of our nation. The vast majority of the information he stole and leaked before I would mind you, he ran off to hightail in both China and Russia. Most of this information, I can assure you, had nothing to do with America's primacy, but did compromise our nation's most select, sensitive collection sources and methods.